2, 3, 4. I don't know. Good morning. Let's try that again. Good morning. Welcome to Unity Church of the Hills. It's a beautiful morning and we're going to sing about it because I'm feeling that this is going to be a beautiful day. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The sun is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree, and the old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, everything's going my way. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. Oh, what a beautiful morning. All the sounds of the earth are like music. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Beautiful song. Thank you, Roderick. Thank you, band. Good morning. Welcome, everyone, to Unity Church of the Hills. If you are with us online this morning, we'd like to welcome you. You are a joy to have in our presence, even though you're not physically here. If you're here for the first time or even second time this morning and you feel comfortable, please raise up your hand so that we can acknowledge you and welcome you here. Any newcomers? Nobody's new? That's okay. All right, if you haven't filled out a connection card, there is a QR code on the pew back in front of you. You can scan that and fill out the connection card so that we can get to know more about you and you can find ways to engage with us here as well. All right, it's time for our vision and mission statements. Centered in love and divine oneness, we transform ourselves, our community, and our world. Our mission statement, we put God first, celebrate life, live unity principles, and empower each other to transform our lives. We have a few announcements this morning. If you look at our Christmas tree, can we give Anaya and everybody a hand for putting up our beautiful Christmas tree? It looks beautiful. And as Reverend David said a few weeks ago, this is a community Christmas tree. I already see some unique ornaments on it, so if you have an ornament at home that you would like to bring and share with our community Christmas tree, we would love to see it up here. The bookstore today is having a 30% off sale thanks to a generous UCOH member. So please stop by the bookstore and get started on your holiday shopping. Also in the bookstore, we have the 2025 Unity Advent booklet as well as the 2026 Unity calendar. Next week is our annual holiday bazaar, Sunday, December 7th. I think it will be before the service and after the service as well. Okay, I'm getting nods. Okay, thank you. So come on by, do some holiday shopping. There will be caroling, there will be hot cocoa. It's going to be a great time. On December 10th at 7 p.m., join Reverend David here for a remembrance service. You can bring a photo or something to remember someone by that you want to bring to the remembrance service. That would be a very special time. And this Thursday, on December 4th at 7 p.m., join Reverend David with the Dialogue Institute of Austin. They will be here with him talking about interfaith dialogue. Is that right? Something like that. The love of God, the interfaith connection of the love of God. All right. Next is our welcome blessing. Let's welcome each other. We love you. We bless you, we welcome you, and we behold the Christ you are. Let's stand and greet one another.
And with that same energy, let us continue to stand and sing our opening song, It's in Every One of Us. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart, open your eyes and see. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us, here and now. It's in every one of us to be whole, filled with love, feeling peace in your souls. We can choose to have it all, change our thoughts here And now it's in every one of us. God shows us how.
So today is the first Sunday of Advent, and as we celebrate Advent, we do that by considering the themes of faith and hope, peace, love, and joy. And today we're talking about hope and faith. And so we light the candle. Robina's going to light the candle that represents hope and faith for us. And I want to invite you to take just a moment as we do that, to take a breath, breathe in, feel that light ignited within you. We light that candle as a symbol of the light within us, the light that is ignited as we center our awareness in the faith that we know we are expressions of that one life, that one power and one presence. And as we know that hope awakens in our hearts, and we awaken that hope for ourselves and for all of those who might have lost hope, those who are oppressed, those who are experiencing challenges, those who are in areas of war and conflict, those who might be hopeless. And so we hold that hope for them in our hearts as we shine that light of hope today, this first Sunday of Advent.
Good morning, family. Let's pray. As one of my students and greatest teachers, who's Scarlett, she's 6 years old, would say, this is the best day ever. And so let's breathe into that. Let's breathe into that hope, anticipation, trust, and knowing. I invite you to take the deepest breath you have taken all day, allowing that breath to nourish and rejuvenate every single cell in the body. And with another breath, allowing to melt away all the thoughts that might be still lingering, while making a conscious intention to land in this moment, in this now, fully and completely, for it happens only once. And what a gift. There is nowhere to be, nowhere to go, just here, just now. Out of all the infinite possibilities, we're here together today in unity. So I invite you to affirm silently to yourself or out loud, I am here. I am open. Show me, God, how amazing this day can be. Guide me, see through me, bless this world through me. And I bow in gratitude and appreciation to the infinite intelligence that brought us all here today. And we say, thank you, God, for the opportunity that life is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may we remember what a gift that is, and may we live it to the fullest potential and for the highest good of all. And so it is. Amen.
your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger.
May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed.
I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance, and never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might mean a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helmet heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens.
Please, if
You'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on your youth and wonder where your years have gone. Time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on your youth and wonder where those years have gone.
Thank you, Courtney and Rodney and band. That was beautiful. Love that song. So I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Everybody get enough to eat? Lots of gratefulness going on this week. I was grateful for you here, and we had a great little gathering here on Thursday, so thank you for all of you who supported that, and we're here to celebrate that together. And now we're rolling right into the Advent season, yeah? First Sunday of Advent. And what we know about Advent in the traditional Christian church is that it's the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas, the celebration in Christendom of the birth of Jesus. And for many, it's also that lead up to the anticipation of the second coming of the Christ in many Christian churches. And so for us in Unity, what we recognize Advent as is that we also celebrate the birth of Jesus as our teacher, our way shower, and our example of one who lived that Christ consciousness, lived from that higher self, the true self, whatever name or nature you know it to be. And so we also celebrate that time of the second coming in each of us, that arises within us. And so we prepare ourselves to really be the birthplace of that Christ consciousness. And so as we celebrate Advent, for us, that's how we prepare ourselves. And so as we look at that this year, we are looking at faith, hope, and love, and joy, and peace, and those ideas that are really states of consciousness that help us, assist us in giving birth to that Christ consciousness. So Advent, the word Advent really means an arrival, a coming forth. And what I found interesting is that the word Advent is from the Latin adventus, which is also the root word of adventure. And so Advent can be an adventure in becoming, or an adventure in the arrival. And so for us, Advent can be an exciting adventure of giving birth to, preparing that place, and allowing that Christ's energy to be born in us. And like I said, we're looking at the traditional themes of faith, hope, peace, love, joy, however they line up. I'm sure I said it different every time. So I want to look at that and look at, well, what is our understanding of faith? And one of my favorite definitions of faith comes from Eric Butterworth, a great Unity minister, author, teacher. And this comes from his book, The Creative Life. And he says, we might consider this a definition of faith: centering your consciousness in God, resonating with the frequency of divine energy. He goes on to say, you're not dealing with a God out there, but a God in whom you live and move and have your being. So our awareness, if we are willing to exercise our power of faith, which is also one of our 12 powers that our co-founder Charles Fillmore discerned and wrote about and taught about, one of the basic teachings, very foundational teachings of the Unity movement. Faith is a power. Faith is a faculty that we all have and that we can all cultivate and use in our lives. And faith, I just love this idea of faith being that consciousness that is centered in that divine flow. If we really center our awareness in the knowing that there is a life energy, whether you call it God or Allah or the Tao or a Buddha nature or whatever you might call that flow, it is a flow of life energy that is always moving us toward awakening to itself as ourselves, awakening that Christ energy, that Christ consciousness within us. That's the way I like to think about this divine flow. If I'm centered in knowing that, I can be aware that there is life, there is intelligence, there is that which is always urging me and urging you toward an awakening of ourselves as that, the Christ energy being born in us. And it's also awakening us and inspiring us to be that in the world, to be the expression of conscious love in the world. And so there is that life, and if I can center myself there, I believe that what arises in that is hope. That hope arises from that awareness. If I can trust and know that there is a life energy that is always moving forward in me, through me, as he said, it's a life in which I live and move and have being. It is a life in which you live and move and have being. It is a life that has its life as all creation. And so if there is that one life, which we truly believe there is, that is moving us toward this evolution of a oneness and the awakening of conscious love in all of creation, doesn't that ignite hope? Hope for the world. Hope for the hopeless. The world today, if you haven't noticed, seems to be in chaos in many ways. Have we lost hope? I hope not. Because I believe it is that faith that we're willing to align ourselves in that knowing. Our faith, that's our faith. And when we do that, can we be hopeful? And hope is not some passive idea. It's not just, oh, well, I hope something's going to happen. I read this in Jane Goodall, who recently made her transition, in the Book of Hope. And she says, hope is often misunderstood. People tend to think that it's simply passive wishful thinking. I hope something will happen, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Like, I hope I'll win the lottery, but I'm not going to buy a ticket. This is indeed the opposite of real hope, which requires action and engagement. So what she says is that hope ignites within us. But if we're just out there hoping things are going to change, that's the opposite of real hope. Hope requires us to be engaged, to take the action that will then bring forth the change. That's the power of faith and hope. We get to be that very essence of faith and hope, not just think it's some grandiosity idea. Oh, I have faith and I hope things are going to change. Let somebody else do that, right? No, it's our opportunity to do that. And so what I like about this idea of hope, and I came up, I love acronyms. So I thought, well, what is this thing called hope? And for me, it's these qualities, these states of consciousness. And the first one for H is humility. This humility, I don't always know. I don't always know. And so can I open myself to the I don't know mind and be aware of what might be beyond the things that I've known? Just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it can't be. Just because it's something that I haven't already known doesn't mean it's beyond the realm of possibility. We see this so beautifully depicted metaphorically and metaphysically in the Christmas story given to us in Christian scripture. All of the characters, Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and the wise men, were all hopeful. And Mary was like, the angel appears, and Mary's like, well, how is that going to happen? You got to be kidding me. How am I going to give birth when I'm a virgin? How is that ever going to happen? And Joseph is like, oh, no way, man. This is not going to happen. I'm not going to go there. This goes against everything I have ever known, everything I've ever been taught in my Jewish religion. I'm not going to marry a woman who is pregnant. She's going to be stoned to death, for God's sake. So opening up, and the shepherds were like, the angels appearing, singing, glory to God in the highest. What? Where did that come from? So beyond what we can possibly have thought possible, and then the wise men, it's like, the star appears, and they know it's going to be guiding them to the birth of Jesus. I mean, hope ignites something within us that is beyond what we have known. It's beyond rational. It's transrational. can we open ourselves up to what is possible? With God, all things are possible. It says it right there. So humility, I may not know, but I'm willing to be taught. I'm willing to be led. I'm willing to open myself up. And the O in that hope is optimism. I love that opti, seeing. I see. I can see beyond what's appearing right now, and I hold that vision. Optimism. You know that old adage about, is the glass half empty or half full? Is the glass half empty or is it half full? It's both. Isn't it? It's both. But what you said was it's refillable. So if I drink the water out of the glass, I can be optimistic to know that the glass can be refilled if I take it to the source of the water. Right? So I know that there is something. There is my awareness, my faith, and my hope, knowing that if I feel the emptiness, I can go to the source and I can be filled up. I can be filled up. Optimism. P is for perseverance. Sometimes it's a hard road. Again, we see that in the story. The Jesus story. Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and the wise men. Mary and Joseph making the trek to Bethlehem. The wise men thinking, oh my God, you mean I'm going to have to ride these camels all the way across to Bethlehem? It takes our perseverance. Hope can ignite that within us. Jane Goodall in the book of Hope also says, it's like you have this vision. It's like a light at the end of a tunnel. And you're going through this tunnel toward the light with hope. But when you get tired, you don't just sit down and stop in the middle of the tunnel. You reignite that hope. You reignite the faith that says, I know that there is something. I know that there is this energy, God, source, that is always inspiring evolution to conscious love and awakening. And I know that. And that inspires hope within me. And so as I'm making my way through this, whatever may feel like the murkiness of my day, the murkiness of life, the murkiness of trying to make a difference, I'm not just going to sit down in the middle and stop and say, whew, I'm done. Hope inspires us to keep going, to keep moving, taking that next step. And the next step. Sometimes we may take a step back. But it's important to keep going. So hope asks us for perseverance. And the E in that, for me, is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm in God. So be inspired. Inspiration. Inspirited, knowing that there is that within us. Again, it's that life in which we live and move and have being, but it is the life that lives and moves and has its being as you and as me. And when we can exercise our power of faith, trust, knowing, realizing that truth, centering ourselves in that, igniting hope, then we can move forward. Do what we are called to do. To give birth, not only to give birth in our hearts and minds to that Christ consciousness, that awakened love, that unconditioned love, not just awaken to it, but to be it. To be it through our actions, through our words. Andrew Harvey who's a great mystic, really, I think, and a teacher of social action. He says, hope is not a wish. Hope is not about waiting for something to happen. Hope is a powerful, action-oriented force, born of a deep spiritual connection and a willingness to confront hardship with compassion and action. So we see in the world in here, a world out there, people who might be experiencing a sense of hopelessness, people who might be hungry, people who might not have a place to sleep at night, especially when it's getting colder out there. People who are struggling, people who are fearful of their lives and their livelihood. People who are being targeted for certain things because of who they are. So our opportunity is to center ourselves in that awareness, have faith and hope that there is that which is moving us forward. And then to listen at the depth of our being about what is ours to do, individually and collectively. It's about giving. Not giving to, but giving from. Giving from that awareness of faith and hope that there is that life energy, and that life energy connects us all. So what is ours to do? As we're entering this season of giving, how can we give hope to another? How can we give this energy of hope because when we can own it and we can shine that light of hope and we can share that with other people? Well, the giving tree out there is one way we can do that. Giving to those who may not have. I think the women's group is going to be doing some giving tomorrow night, right? The women's group is meeting tomorrow night, and they're going to be engaging in an exercise. So if you identify as a woman and you like to join that group, they have an open house tomorrow night for that. What's that? 7 o'clock, down in Unity Oaks. So if you'd like to be a part of that and be a part of that giving back, how can we give back? How can we give from? You know, we very often think about giving to the source. We talk about tithing and giving in churches. We're giving to the source of our spiritual food. Well, what if we're just giving from the source? Giving from the source. That inexhaustible source. Is my bank account half full or half empty? Mine is very often both. But do I have faith and know that it will be filled? There's only one source. There's only one source. And when we give from that source as that source, then we're in that flow of giving and receiving, and we can trust. And so what can we give? What can we give in this season of hope and faith? This adventure of awakening, and this adventure of being, arriving, and being that divine nature. So I want to invite you now to take a moment, take a breath, go within to that place within you, and we ignite there in our forehead that power of faith that Charles Fillmore so beautifully taught about. This power, this aspect of our Christ nature that we ignite there at the center of our head. It is that power that allows us to see clearly beyond the condition to see beyond what we might see as the suffering in the world, to see the truth. To see the truth of the activity of that divine moving in and through and as everything. But to truly connect with that power of that light and energy and life that is moving in and through and as you. That we are here to be the hope for the world. You are here to be the hope for the world. Yes, to ignite it within yourself, but to be the very radiant beingness of hope. To open yourself to that the humility of seeing beyond what you have possibly known before. What you have seen, what you have done, what you have witnessed before. And know that there is so much more. As we open our hearts and our minds to what is possible. As we open ourselves to the knowing that we are always filled to overflowing as we go to the source. Through prayer and meditation. Through being quiet in stillness. We open and we allow our thoughts to be filled. Allow our energy to be aligned. And we know that we move forward step by step by step to bring forth into manifestation the vision of a world where all are cared for, all are housed, all are fed, all are accepted, all are valued, all are knowing their worth as expressions of that divine energy. Our vision for a world awakened to oneness and a world living love. Living the awareness of oneness and expressing love. Radiating love. And as we hold that vision, it's like that light at the end of the tunnel. And we take a step, doing ours to do, doing what is ours to do right now. And we take a breath. And we take another step. And we take a breath, recentering ourselves. And we take that next action. For we know that we are centered in that awareness. We are inspired in God, in Theos. And that life of God, Source, Allah, Adonai, the Tao, is living itself as each of us, inspiring our thoughts and our actions. So as we open, we claim that we are the hope for the world. As the Master Teacher Jesus said, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world, the light of hope for the world. Say that with me. I am the light of hope for the world. Together. I am the light of hope for the world. And as you truly focus on that, I am the light of hope for the world. As we go into a short time of silence, repeat that silently to yourself and open. You may receive a message. You may receive an angel. Gabriel may appear to you. A host, a heavenly host may appear before you, a star. Whatever is guiding you to that place within you where that Christ consciousness is born. And listen. In the silence. And so take a deep breath and receive that gift. Receive the gift of hope in your heart. As you breathe it in, feel the hope rising. Sometimes people say, don't get your hopes up. Well, I'm going to say, get your hopes up. Get your hopes up. Get the energy of hope up in your vibration, in your heart, in your mind, as you're aligned to hope and the power that you are, the light of hope for the world. And maybe in keeping with the title today, we are the gift of hope for the world. Let's say that with me. I am the gift of hope for the world. And as you breathe that in, know that you are a gift. You are a gift given to the world. As you open yourself to receive it, to be it. Take a breath. Feel yourself grounded right here, right now. Feel your energy moving all the way down through the bottom of your feet, grounding you into the Mother Earth. Feeling the energy of the Mother rising up from the earth into your heart and out into the world. And we are grateful, and we are blessed, and we are a blessing. And so it is.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. Peace is there. Hope is there. And God is there.
Thank you. So each week we will have someone from our community share about this topic, the energy of hope, faith. And there's a table out there. You're invited to write down some of your thoughts and experiences of each of these topics, and then they will be sort of put together in a blog, I think. Joni Lorraine is going to put some of those together. So today I want to invite Robina Jackson up to share about faith. Hope. Faith and hope.
Good morning. As I thought about hope and meditated on that word, I kept coming up with hope and faith because for me, hope is impossible without faith. And so I went to Unity for a little guidance to see if I was off track. And actually, what they said, I'd like to read to you. And it says, most Christians focus on hope during the first week of Advent. In Unity, perhaps inspired by the view that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, we contemplate both hope and faith as we spiritually prepare our hearts and minds for Christmas. Think of it as a hope-faith continuum. Hope arises when we glimpse a new possibility. These glimpses can inspire us to make positive changes. They can motivate us to adopt new ways of thinking and behaving. Increase your hope on this continuum and enter the realm of belief. We believe because we have an intellectual understanding of how a thing works. We may also believe because it's what we've been taught. The challenge is that it's possible to have two contradictory beliefs concurrently. For instance, I believe in an abundant universe, yet sometimes if funds are low, the anxiety I feel betrays a residual belief in lack. Resolving these contradictions is the domain of faith. It is in the spiritual dimension that we experience the faith as a deep inner knowing arising from divine intelligence. It says, blessed are we, for each of us has access to hope, belief, and faith in the Christmas story's promise of infinite good and love everlasting. I'd like to leave you with an affirmation that's here. I look for the many ways the good I seek is already mine. And to me, that is the definition of hope. I look for the many ways the good I seek is already mine. Have a great day.
Thank you, Robina. So now is the time when we do have the opportunity to share from our good. Invite the ushers to come forward as we prepare for that. If you're watching online, there are many ways for you to share. So on your screen now. For those of you who are in the sanctuary, there's a QR code there in front of you. You can go and share online that way. Let's see what else we got here. And if you haven't set up recurring giving, it's also easy to do that. So in this season of giving, we also want to be aware that we are in that flow always. And so recurring giving is a way to do that. One other thing I want to mention this morning, that we had several people ask if we were going to do a Giving Tuesday campaign this year. And we decided not to do that this year. And I will tell you why. Yes, we can always use the extra funds here at Unity Church of the Hills. But in the spirit of giving from, giving as, I want to encourage you to go online and give to an organization that is near and dear to your heart. In our spirit of giving, I want us all to be in the flow of that, because I know there are many organizations out there that are doing great work in the world, serving some of those people that I mentioned earlier in ways that they are good at and they have experience at. And so let's support them in doing the good work that they are doing. So I just encourage you, think about that Giving Tuesday. I think it's coming up on this Tuesday, to go online and just see who you would like to give to and encourage you to do that. Let's see. Let's just say our, what am I saying? Let's say our offertory blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I circulate, and I am grateful.
We hope you dance. Get up and be joyful.
Oh Lord, you have turned my mourning into dancing. Over and over and over again. Oh Lord, you have turned my sorrows into joy. Over and over and over again. Oh Lord, you have turned my mourning into dancing. Over and over and over again. You have been my shield, the lifter of my head. You are my joy. You are my joy. And I will always love you. I will always love you just for you. You are my joy. You are my joy. And I will always love you. I will always love you just for you. You are my joy. You are my joy. Oh Lord, you have turned my mourning into dancing. Over and over and over again. Oh Lord, you have turned my sorrows into joy. Over and over and over again. You have been my shield, the lifter of my head. You are my joy. You are my joy. And I will always love you. I will always love you just for you. You are my joy. You are my joy. And I will always love you. I will always love you just for you. You are my joy. You are my joy.
Remind you that every Sunday we have prayer chaplains who are here to serve you, that one of them will be in the sanctuary after service and one will be in the chapel after service to pray with you. So please ask them for prayer. If you're watching online, Silent Unity is available 24/7. The number is there, so please reach out. We do believe in the power of prayer. And so now, let's all join together. Breathe in, feel that energy moving in and through and as we open ourselves to know that we are always in the flow of that divine life, knowing that these gifts, the tithes and offerings that are received and given this morning are given in the flow. They're received in love and we shared in love, and we are so grateful and so blessed. And we are so thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Now let's say goodbye to our online friends. Thank you for joining us today. And we will invite our children in now as we sing.
The of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.